I always liked tattoo since I was a child, but when I was 20, I did my first tattoo, that is that one on the back, and because I was in a strange period of my life, and so I said to myself, okay, you can do something on your skin to remember how you feel.
I don't have so much things to say about my tattoo because I just do this tattoo to do a tattoo. I mean, the tattoo is like the motivation in itself.
So for me, a tattoo is something permanent. It's something that's an expression of something that you hold dear to you, that you find to be very true, and to have a permanent fixture of that on your body is not a reminder, but an expression to others of something that is important to you. So for me, my tattoo was something that I had been thinking about for a really long time.
It was a quick process. I mean, one day I saw this picture on internet, I saw the swallows, and I was like, okay, I will do it. And I did it 1 month after, I think, maybe less. I don't remember very well.
I didn't want something that somebody else drew. So for me, I started drawing, and for me, art isn't my forte. But I wanted to try because I wanted it to be a true expression of what I envisioned and what I thought. So I started drawing, I took inspiration from other things, and once I had an image, it was about a 3-month process back and forth with a tattoo artist that I found that I trusted his work. I saw that it was of really high quality, that it was good, that it lasted, that it was a clear representation of what other people had wanted.
It is very important, that when you do work, you work with your own style, your own vision, Like yesterday somebody came and who wanted to do an owl. He said, sketch me an owl. I made him a sketch. The actual tattooist is when you have your own inspiration and you do your own thing, But it's very difficult to do it because not a lot of people will trust you to do your own thing. So this is a subject that I can't do what I want. I have to improvise with the person who I'm tattooing on. It's going to stay on him all his life. So this is a very, very difficult thing. That's why I like to consult before I do things, because the understanding has to be there to a point.
It's like if you give your body to a person, and I know my tattooer, I trust him, so I really want that he can put his art on me, because it's a really way of art. I went in London for the tattoo convention in 2012, something like this, and you can understand how that is a really way of art. Maybe is a new way of art.
I'm a literary person, and in literary and in art, I see the aesthetical canon.
Because I studied Baroque. I studied fine art, so I was brought up with a lot of Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, the Baroque style, even the muscularity. If you see all my tattoos are more like Chicano tattoos, because Chicanos are Mexicans. They're religious and they all represent God and Jesus. But I do anything, when you're good, when you're good in art, you're good in everything, what I mean, not just religious tattoo.
For me, it was more like the research of the aesthetic, more than a particular meaning about something that I thought or I felt in this particular moment. I mean, it was just it was to do this tattoo?
I think that you don't have to tattoo yourself to show your tattoos to other people, but to show yourself how they are like a plus for you. They are something like that you will be with them to get forever.
So for me, in times of hardship, bad things that happen in life, for me, religion and faith always helped. It always was a comfort. It always gave light to the end of the tunnel for something that would be better. So being Catholic, a crucifix for me was something that obviously embodies that.
So all of my tattoos represents or people who I love, or like periods of my life. I never tattoo myself like just to tattoo myself. I really feel I really need to tattoo myself in some period of my life.
For me, not being an artistic person in general and not being someone that would usually like the idea of a tattoo, I like the idea for myself. I would never get a tattoo that was very openly visible, like on my neck or my arms, as much as I like the idea, because for me the permanence, I'm a person that changes with time, as all people do, and I don't think that having a tattoo on my neck or on my arm would be something that a future me would embody. So for me to have these things where when I'm clothed they're covered, and when I want to express them I can express them, is something that suits my personality very well.
I met a lot of people who said to me, why did you make all of these tattoos? What do you think when you, how do you feel when you will be old? I don't care.
So I was like, okay, I will do it like in the middle of my back, nobody can see it, and even me, like sometimes I totally forgot. And also I think that I choose this position because it's less painful, really. The back, it's like so well. I didn't felt nothing.
It was a feeling I hadn't felt ever before, and to have someone digging into your ribs for 2 hours, it wasn't painful, it was a sensation, it was deep vibration, half upside down so that he could have a good angle down the side of my ribs. But it was a pleasant pain.
The pain is not a pain that you can. I have no tattoos, but the pain, what I hear from the clients, is a burning sensation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It is something that it is enjoyable. Although it's pain, they enjoy it. And there is people, they come after 2 weeks just to feel the needle, they say.
For me, it's not hurting myself, because really, I don't feel too much pain when I tattooed myself. No, really, I don't feel it. I did this one in like 6 hours long, in one session.
A woman will do a session of 6 hours, no problem. Which a man, the threshold is 3 to 4 hours. I had women that stayed for 8 straight. They have a bigger threshold than men, for the simple reason that women give birth and they can control their pains.
For me, it's not a real pain. And you know, I know that I want to do this thing, so I don't care. I don't care about the pain, I don't care about if I will be like, maybe I will scream a bit, or I will like, I will be a bit, nervous, but it's okay.
No, for me, I don't think that it could be a problem to make another tattoo, because it's not the pain that scared me the most. I mean, there is nothing that scared me about the tattoos.
Every time you come, they do another session, so you always add up to your collection. And believe me, I think that tattooing is how do you call it? Is addictive.
I started like 5 years ago, yeah, and then I continued to tattoo myself because I became a bit addicted to do tattoos.
a lot of people say that once you get one tattoo, it becomes an addiction, and then you want to get more and more. And I do agree with that. And I've only now, after this journey of life, moving across the world, come to a point where I now know what I would want to get. And what I've decided, there's a Maltese saying, and it's Shem Shushita Aleyaf Meta, and it means the sun and the rain, only God knows when. And life is unpredictable, and people are unpredictable, and the decisions you make are spontaneous and abrupt, and sometimes well thought out and long and hard. And I think that the first part of this saying, Shem Shushita, it's like the sun and the rain. The sun and the rain affects your mood. The sun and the rain affects what you can do outside because of the weather, of what you can do, of what you can't do. So for me, this saying is like to remind me of a point in my life that if you want something, you make it happen. If you have an opportunity, you do it. And so I will do this. And for me, I've always had an obsession with watches and with time and with being punctual, but having all the time in the world, but life being short, but having to take an opportunity when it comes. So I then have the idea of a pocket watch to put on my leg, and that will be the next thing that I do in this process.
And like I did the knife before to come here in Malta, it represents for me like a different way of living for some months. And I don't know why, maybe it's not connected with the idea of knives, but for me this knife like represents to be stronger alone in another place. Ah, yeah, I have another small tattoo that I really want to show you. It's like a violet heart, and it represents the birth of the daughter of a friend of mine that is called Viola, that it means violet in Italian. I did the parrot on my leg with my ex-boyfriend. And also, if now our love story is finished, it's okay because it's like I will remember for all my life that period with him. I love my tattoos. For me, it's a great way to feel good with myself.
When you have these things, it gives you a greater sense of satisfaction in yourself and in your convictions, because when you have something that you know is true to you permanently emblazoned on your body, I think it's a beautiful thing.
I don't know, I like tattoos. I love tattoos, and so I think that I will tattoo myself.
Now I love tattoos. I do this because I get you know what I mean, I get an adrenaline, you know what it makes me feel good, you know, when I finished the thing, the subject, and it came really nice.
Ah, yeah, one thing. I tattooed all the left part of my body. Yeah, to show to myself for sure the difference between the colored parts of my body and the other part that is like virgin.
I really like this tattoo because it's like really aesthetic. It's like a painting where you have the perspective. There is a point in the middle, and you can just draw like two lines. It's like a painting in your body. So I think it's the real meaning of the tattoo. It's like to have the heart, but in yourself. And I think it corresponds really well to what I think about everything.
I think my body like this. I can't stay without my tattoos right now because like, and I forget about them. That's all.